Hello Explorer! Dungeons are found through cave entrances scattered around the world. Rather than being a permanent part of the world, they function as a time challenge area in a limited area which has a countdown timer before it resets and is filled with danger, boss fights, rare pals, and helpful treasures. They are completely optional to attempt, but are well worth it. At the end of the dungeon, after beating a dungeon boss, you find treasures that can include loot-giving technology points, which will help you unlock further gear, weapons, and building pieces. Best of all, if you die within, your items will be deposited outside of the dungeon as opposed to inside, making recovery very easy and generally safe. First, let's take a look at how to find them. As you explore, you'll see these dark black cave entrances. They can be somewhat hidden on the world, but you'll fairly early run into them. With a 5-hour timer, they will eventually disappear, but will reset and spawn again in the same location. After you go into the dungeon, the timer will pause, so you don't have to worry about being halfway through and getting dumped out of it because the timer runs out. Also, helpfully, at the entrance there is a suggested minimum level for the player to gauge your ability to handle it. As you go inside, make sure to bring some strong pals because you will find dangers in the form of other pals and often a lot of syndicate members which are aggressive. There are only a limited number of layouts at launch, but I expect this to be increased because you could imagine different dungeons for different areas and biomes. As you explore, you'll also run into some resources such as ores, but especially early on, sulfur can be useful to mine because it's used in producing gunpowder. There are also some unique pals found within that can be worth to capture, and at the end of the dungeons there is usually a boss pal that you need to kill or capture. After you've completed the dungeon, at the end there will also be 2 chests to loot for treasure, so make sure you don't miss them. Those technology manuals are really useful in giving you points to spend, and then you take the teleporter to return to the surface. Give it a try and tell me what your thoughts are and how your first experience in a dungeon went. Good luck!